Hello everyone for part 2 of the two-part build guide for the Hail Hydra build. So for part 1 we went over devotion and skill tree, and then for part 2 we're going to do the full gear. Every piece of gear I use from the start, how I slowly upgraded myself. We'll do the attributes really quickly first. It's just pretty much to help you out get to all this maxed out, because even without anything right now, this is on hell mode. One thing we did is devotions, and we're already in the maxed out on lightning. We've already maxed out cold. Fire's already almost maxed out. So this does help out. Even stun's already at 62. So pretty much this did help out. It does help out a lot, devotion tree, because your devotion is mainly your main part of your resistance. So when I was leveling, I put 18 points in intelligence. It was just mainly to get your intelligence needed for the rare gear. That's all it really is for. And then also to just give you some extra regeneration and mana. You probably could respec this out, all 18 of these, and put them in dex and strength. It's just for now I'm too lazy to do it, so I'm just going to leave it how it is. The main thing, you're going to put all your points mainly in strength, because this is where all your health comes from. Regeneration, which does help out, especially in late game. And dex, I put 35 in here. You only put points in dexterity just to get your chance to crit to at least 30% against Ubers. You can't really tell what it's at until you at least kill Uber with conviction on. That's when you'll see this for sure. So pretty much what this is, goes strength, dex, intelligent as needed. Intelligence just a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty much it. It's very straightforward. Strength is just like your health, like always. So now the main question. So like yesterday, like part 1 said, we were getting a lot of what gear do I use early on, how do I upgrade, what can the build do. So pretty much what I did with this character is this is all the gear I used early on, besides some of the little like random stuff off the ground. So from pretty much early on, just use whatever you can find that gives you resistance. That's all you really use is resistance gear. Resistance and fire damage. So what I did when I got to level 27, 25, 50, well, it's 51 now. This is a lot lower level actually. So pretty much those are the gears I ran early on. Like, so when I got to level 27, I put on the +1 all skill helmet. You can craft this helmet very easily. This called this lore light. There's 3 of them, but this is the easiest one. Helps you out early on. If you have the currency, I would say craft the spirit sword. This will also give you another +2 levels. If you can't, also if you do find a 4-socket shield and it's extra, you can create a spirit shield. It's not. I would probably recommend saving your 4-socket shield for exile instead, though, because this is late game and this 4-socket shields are extremely rare to find. I've only seen 2 drop in the whole game so far, and that's with all the hours of me playing this character. Because the character right now has a day and 11 hours. It's not including my first character I made, which we did on the first like 3-4 days, by week or so. So that's including both characters. I've only seen 2 4-socket shields, 1 3 and 1 2. But it depends really. If you're playing a lot of characters, you can get the spirit shield and keep moving in between. If you're not, then I would say just save it for the exile, because exile is needed. So if you don't have a spirit shield, you can use anything that says +1 all skill on instead. This is what I use on my necromancer, pretty much leveling up the whole entire time. It worked no problem. Even this character would work out on. And then the rest of the gear, until you get to 62, 55 even, all this kind of stuff, you can use whatever you find that's pretty much a yellow. Yellow gear will carry you through everything. Because I didn't make a lot of these big changes, like the Call of Chain of Arms, the Exile, the Mythical Tal Rasha, the Gores, this spell, all that, those kind of things, until extremely, like, probably around almost level 90. So it wasn't definitely not yet early on. And same with the jewelry. Anything that has plus skills on it, plus fire damage, resistance, use it. It'll carry you. The Hydras alone will carry you through its whole game, no problem. It's just after hell modes when you actually need actual gear. So once you get to a level also, 45, I would say craft Enlightenment and use this all the way up until you can craft Chain of Honor with the level 30 rune. It's the hardest part to get is the 30 rune, and also the 4-second armor is sometimes difficult to get. It depends on how lucky you are. So pretty much with this, use whatever you can find. Then when you get to the point like this, if you have these boots right here, they're level 90 because of stuff that's on them, but 90 score riders. Yeah, these are all high level items, so it'll take a little bit longer to get for people. But if you can upgrade your shield like this, I would say go for it. This will give alone this combination right here is plus 2, 4, 6, 7 to all sorceress all skills. Sorceress gets an extra 2 out of it, so 5 and 2. So 5 and 7 pretty much. This alone will push your character, your Hydra damage up a lot. Because with all those on, Hydra does almost 40,000 damage. So it does a lot of damage early on. And then the slow upgrades to make from there is you can, if you do find a Harlem's Crest, use that instead of lore. This will give you plus 2 all skills, so it helps out a lot too. And then from there, it's pretty much just all upgrades. When you can craft Heart of the Oak, craft it and equip it right at level 55 when you get it, I believe. This will increase your damage by a massive amount because this plus 3 all skill. It will shoot up your resistance like crazy, your cast speed, your regeneration, your dex even, which gives you more crit damage. This was my main thing to craft early on. And it's extremely easy to craft using the cube. And then at this point, it's this upgrade that you can make. If you find Immortal King's Belt early on, you can equip it on, which I did. I use this always level 90. You pretty much just gives more health because it's 700 more health just to belt alone, so it does help a lot early on. But it's not needed fully, but it does help you a little bit. And then everything here is just small things. Like if you do find a plus 2 all skill, just equip it on your necklace. If you do find the Ravenfrost Dwarf Star combo, use them both. They both together help your Blizzard out a lot. So it makes your Blizzard a lot stronger and your cold damage too. It also helps you against some of the Ubers too who do cold damage. And then from here is pretty much like whatever you find. This helmet, I found this, it's a plus 2 all skill. This helps you get some extra poison resistance, so that's why I'm using this. Just to push my poison resistance up higher. But this isn't fully needed, it just helps out helps out with the game, with the attack speed pretty much. And then from here is where once you can craft an exile, get an exile equipped. Because the exile helps out too because it boosts your smite damage a lot against Ubers. It also gives you the Defiant skill, which helps you a lot on things. And then also once you can find once you can craft Chain of Honor, just replace that with your Chain of Honor. And this also gives you plus 2 all skill, massive amount of resistance, a lot of health, very good overall. And then I was using this for a long time, the Aduro's Advice. There's a lot of other options you can run. I'm using this mainly for the only reason I use this for was just movement speed. Movement speed and health, that's pretty much it. It makes you move really quick and it does help you too. But once you get Gore Riders, just use Gore Riders only. Because Gore Riders pretty much make a joke out of the Ubers. The rolled Ubers, the main Ubers, it pretty much makes them start with 50% health with Crushing Blow. It helps you out so much. And if you do end up finding Soul Drainers, put Soul Drainers on, or you can use any rare, it doesn't matter really. But Soul Drainers alone help you with the leeching. So this is why this bar and these bars always go up whenever you cast Blizzard. They'll just keep regenerating themselves up. So you have infinite mana pretty much. Against their full mana burn bosses who just drain this fully. And then from here, I found this on my Uber. When I was doing Ubers, a mythical Trangu. Before I put this on, I was using just anything that said life, fire damage, and resistance. That's all I was using. And I just switched to this because I didn't need any more resistance. It was already fully maxed out with everything else I had on. I just put this on just for the extra health. And then if you end up getting lucky and you find this, a mythical Tal Rasha shoulder, equip it right away. Because of what the difference is between this, I'll show you. So without Tal Rasha, your Blizzard is only this big. But when you put a mythical Tal Rasha on, your Blizzard is massive. It makes Blizzard absolutely broken. Very recommend to anyone if you can get it going on. And then pretty much also back here. So these were upgrades I found yesterday. So I found this belt right here, which is +1 all skill. So +1 all skill is much better than the Immortal King belt. So then as I equipped it on, just give me more damage. And then I found a torch for sorceress, and I also found the Paladin's and stone. This I only found Paladin to find Sorceress yet, so that's why we're using the Paladin one for now, just for the +1 all skill, and help out the Paladin a little bit more. And then for Torch, Torch is not fully needed. You can use the Trinket from Brutus instead. It's much better. But if you don't have a Trinket from Brutus, just run a Sorceress or a Paladin Torch. It's much better. This torch is real nice too because it also had the bottom there. You can see it gives you +2 to Blizzard. So that makes Blizzard extremely big. So with Blizzard, with all my skills alone now, they all got, so my Paladin skills get +14 just off of my my gear. And my Sorceress ones get +15. Some of them do. This one got more though. But yeah, all these get +15. Or even less. It depends on the skill, really. 14, I would say most of them are. Some are a little bit more, some are a little bit less. But 14 is the average, they all get plus. So then your Hydra is shooting up to almost 100,000 damage. So that's why it makes this really strong. So that's pretty much the choices. A lot of the gear is just resistance and armor. So you don't really... So a lot of things too is now the augments. So pretty much... One of the reasons I started in this act is because for your armor, the best augment to use is going to be, you can see at the bottom here, is the Bloodbind. So this up here, just type in blood, and then see if Bloodbind appears. Which it doesn't look like it did this time. So if Bloodbind doesn't appear, I mean the Solo's Bloodbind, it's usually orange, so you can usually tell right away. But the best thing to do for this is just pretty much quit out and come back into the game. It's by far the fastest way to reset him, and it resets every time. And just do it until you have 7 of them, and then equip them from 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This alone will give you a massive amount of health and defense, so it does help you in the long run. And then for these 3 on top, this is in Act 2. Act 2 is a lot easier to reset than because you only have to go to 1 person, but the other one requires you to go to 2, so it's not what you're doing. It's best just to quit out and back in. But go over to this guy, to his bench, and just go back here. And then the one you're looking for, you're looking to type in Survivor. Just type in SURV, and it'll pop right away. It's this one. It's always the gold color, or the silver color. You just buy it. You need to buy 3 of them. And to reset it, because these are really nice because that gives you more damage and also gives you a lot of attack rating. So with having 2, 4, so you get 6% more attack rating with all 3 of them, for 60% more damage, 6% more health. So it does help out a lot. And to reset them, you just make a portal, enter, go to any act, and just click on the bench. Click on the person, and then go back. And it should reset. Oh, not like this though. You want to go back to your portal. And it should reset. Sometimes it's glitchy and it won't reset right away, but if you just keep doing it, it'll reset, and you can get 3 of them pretty quickly. And then for the last piece of gear for this character, so this pretty much before I did the augments and the components, my character wasn't doing that much damage, and it was only doing 10% crit damage against Ubers. But once we put all this stuff on, my crit damage went from 10% to 30%. And it made a massive difference when we tested it right after. We just kept, the Ubers just died so quick. So pretty much what you want to do for these 3 pieces right here, and actually the stone, you want one of these purple gems right here. The rainbows, you want the purple one that drops usually in the high level Shadow realms. You need to pretty much get 4 of them so for your smite damage. Because with those, I don't know if I can show you. Might be hard to actually show you with this. So yeah, it's hard to show you, but pretty much it's the magic to elemental, I believe. Let me see if there's a spot in here. So it's hard to find, but it's in there. It makes it real simple. Equip 4 of those, and your smite damage is definitely stupid. And then for augments, oh yeah, let me do these first actually. Well, these are part of the augments actually. So for your components, You want to equip the runes. The best rune to equip is going to be low. You only need one of them. You can put any of the 4. If you can't afford low, just use goal. Level 25. It's a lot cheaper. And equip 3 of these. Or equip 3 or 2, depending on your level. If you're above level 94, equip 3. If you're below 94, equip what you need. And the other one, just make sure you equip ISO. Or histamine, because this will reduce your requirements for these, so you can wear them at low level. Because right now I can wear these at level 80 instead of 94, like required. And then pretty much everything else is this one. It's a pain. Oh, there's rainbow actually. It's pierced elemental. And then I don't know if I put one in here. This might have been just the gems actually. And this one was I showed you. This one is living armor for attack rating. Restless remains for more mana, attack rating, convert to health. Helps a lot. Traveler just for movement speed. Moving's nice. And then this one is more armor, because you will need armor like crazy. And this one is just more, is the bladed plating for the attack rating and health. I just said this one, right? Yeah, armor plating. You could do something different too. It's just this was the step I went with, and it just helps out a lot because then it's 27 against test dummy. And then pretty much always make sure you have all your stuff up, and it should help problem. What else? And then pretty much, what time is it? We're 17 in. We'll do Brutus real fast. So I'll show you what Brutus can do. So pretty much, smite, no. Shields, armor, conviction, energy shield, enchants, defense. Skip these 3 is not needed, or defense actually, yeah. Skip these 2, you don't need them. And just hit them all. And then here, just set a teleport if you want. Show you what I did. It was teleport. Because for me, teleport, I'm always smiting. And I'm always blizzard. This skill I hate using, I just put it on far away. Health I really don't need anymore, so I might end up moving my health potion over more. And just making this my... let's take this teleport. This will be smite. Blizzard. Should have done this at the end of the last video actually. It should have been preset. I just didn't think about it. And this will be mana potion. So I'll show you what this build can do against Brutus real fast. He's one of the trinkets we're actually looking for. And it should only take a couple seconds. So the build's extremely strong. We recommend it. There we go. And you're not going to pretty much ever die unless you're not paying attention, which I do most of the time. That's how most of my deaths are from. And this is against a level 120 boss. Or no, 110 I mean. So we just come here, right click the Hydras, hold down Smite, and just keep casting Blizzard. And his health is going down so fast. He does have mana burn, so it's a little bit trickier. So you have to be a little careful. It does take a little bit longer with the mana burn. But still overall his health is still going down very quickly. And he's dead. And then he didn't drop his trinket, so we had to keep going for it. Because he drops one of the 2 trinkets you need. It depends. You need the one that says something with the C on it. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But we'll do so fast. I'll show you what the crit damage was against an Uber. So the crit damage against him was 35%. So that's why he dies so fast. And that's what comes from all your attack rating buffs from here. And we got garbage and a freaky. So pretty much that's the build. The question that everyone was asking for, pretty much. How do I build a build? What can it do? How you level it pretty much from start. That's what I would recommend doing if you want to make it easy for yourself. Because then we'll add the key. We can also run another run. And so pretty much the build can do everything pretty much. That's why we farmed all this. The trinkets, the torches, the stones. And if anyone needs anything to help with a character out, let me know. I'm just giving these away to help people out with their new characters. Same with all these socket items, set pieces, more uniques. Just help them out. So it's pretty much just to help people. I want to help you out anyway. Put a question in chat if you need. And if you like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button. And tomorrow's video is I'm gonna upload the Uber fight against how this build does against the 3 mini Ubers, and then with the keys, and the big Ubers, the Bale, Mephisto, and Bale with the organs. And so you can see exactly what this build can do, what it can do in the long run for you. Once you get to like when you start getting your attack rating up and everything, it makes that attack rating is the biggest thing for this build. Attack rating's up, you kill everything. Because I did the Brutus fight with the same gear with only a 10% chance to crit, and it was horrible. With 35 in this, you saw what happened. Because that fight alone used to take me almost 10 minutes. That's pretty much the end of the build. So I hope everyone liked this build. If you have any question about it, I'll reply to all the comments below. You can catch me on Twitch and ask me live. I can even jump in your games and help you out any way I can. Just break this down slower. So I hope everyone liked it, liked this build. This was the end. These last 4 videos I make right here this week coming out are going to be the end of this mod for now. Before we jump in Path of Exile, and later we might jump back on this game with a new character. Because right now I'm farming up the... You're here somewhere. This set. The mythical Trango. We have 3 of the 7 right now. Just make a crazy pet build for fun. Or we might switch, or we might try to get like a Nat set to play like a crazy assassin. We'll figure out later. It's not what I'm in a rush right now. So hopefully, though, when I get my new computer, I don't lose all my stuff. That's the one thing I'm worried about the most. If I can't somehow upload my save somewhere and grab it off the new computer that we build. Because if I lose everything, then we're going to be starting from scratch over again. Which at least we know to do, though, so it's doable. Hope everyone liked the video. Please hit the subscribe button. I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you.